and welcome to part 2, brothers and sisters. I hope our creator is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that like button and share this across other platforms. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out the previous video. We might have to make this into a 3-part because I can actually break a lot of this down. Alright, but without further ado, here we go.
Astronomer, he estimates on the path of planet X. Now, this is one of the things on the memory stick, and I just put up a few clips here I wanted to share with you. This one here, also this is where there was, Dr. Robert Harrington had a mysterious death. May 22nd, 2008. Dr. Robert S. Harrington, the chief astronomer of the U.S. Naval Observatory, died before he could publicize the fact that Planet X is approaching our solar system.
So he was going to go public with this. He was going to publicize it, and they offed him. Do you understand that? Okay, this is a YouTube video. You can actually look it up. Okay, you can put in Planet X and the mysterious death of Dr. Robert Harrington, and you will find the video. I suggest everyone go watch it.
Many feel his death a part of a cover-up, one in which government agencies quickly moved to conceal the most earth-shaking discovery in history. If so, the search for the truth begins in I couldn't quite make out that new something. This information they wanted to suppress back in 2008 with the U.S. government scientist, Dr. Actually he's a naval astronomer, Dr. Robert S. Harrington. The issue of that, then you have some of the effects that were on the memory stick here. There's much information on this memory stick, just an incredible amount of information, things that I have no clue, no understanding of. But they said that as it approaches, the approaching signs would be increased earth wobble, extreme weather anomalies, intense seismic volcanic activity.
Are we not seeing that already?
Displacement, erratic declination of moon planets, increased fireballs, meteors.
We're already seeing them.
All of which are things that we're seeing happening. And it's no wonder why, and I've said this so many times in the meetings I'm in.
Increased earth wobble. That's why our poles are moving.
All the events that we're seeing that are happening, the anomalies and things like that, the extreme weather, Now, the one thing we have not seen yet is the hypercanes. I know that they had predicted that we would see hypercanes, hurricanes that would have winds that would be higher than anything that we've ever seen before. We did see the storms that came across the Midwest that would be in winds of excess of 100 miles an hour. We have seen more meteorites than in recorded history. I mean, every year we're breaking records with the number of meteorites that are happening. The seismic activity, the volcanic activity is completely off the charts right now. And that's just from the energies that are coming in from the system. And they've told me this. They admit that that's true. That's happening. Those things, that is what's causing a lot of these things to take place.
And it's not even officially in our solar system yet.
Etc.
Imagine what it'll be like.
Today I'm told that September it'll enter our solar system.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the year, it'll begin to start affecting the planets themselves. The planets that are further out that would see this particular system coming through is what I'm assuming. In fact, if you look, I think it's this video here. No, I don't think I have it up there. Yeah, here we go.
Now, you heard what he said about affecting the planets, right? This right here is Uranus, brothers and sisters. Notice how it has rings. We all know that it has rings, right? Notice how it's going up and down and not around the horizon this way, right? Well, why is it like this? Because the poles are flipped. The planet tipped. Well, what would cause an entire planet to tip? The passing of a large magnetic object, a large planetary body type object, like a secondary sun grabbing the poles and flipping it. That's why Uranus is on its side like this. And astronomers have always wondered, why is it doing this? Why does it do? Well, they found out why.
I put this video up here. This is in September September 30th of 2022 right here. And I'm not really sure where, that's when it's supposed to enter our solar system. I'm assuming from this direction here. By the end of the year, I'm told it'll be affecting the planets. Let me just pull it in like that there. If that were to be the case, by the end of the year, now we're at
He's on planet.
January the 2nd.
This is from planetstoday.com. I've shown you guys this before. Planetstoday.com, and you can get to this model, and you can actually do the predictions yourself.
Through there, then yes, it'd be affecting Saturn and Venus. Not quite affecting Earth as of yet. Then it would do its loop around. I'd have to find a map that would show 2024 of where the Earth would be at then.
Now, this isn't going to be something that happens overnight.
I have been told that when it passes Earth, China will be the one that is the most greatly affected by Planet X.
Now, not just China, but Russia. Okay, China is going to end up invading Taiwan. They're going to wind up taking Taiwan over. They're going to go for the old borders. Okay, we're talking about old boundaries, old borders. And that's why China is making been making a huge move to buy property here in the United States so they can have a place to grow their food. Okay, because there's going to be so many of their people that are going to be wiped out. They're not going to be able to sustain themselves. This is what makes sense with these wars, with what's going on. They're trying to get the old borders. Now Ukraine, everything I've spoken about in Ukraine is true. There is all that stuff going down there that's bad, between the biolabs and with everything that's going on in them. If you haven't seen my previous videos, go watch my Psycho Clown World videos, and you'll understand.
In so much so that China, it will destroy their ability for agricultural gains. Now, also on that memory stick, if you remember...
Now, I'm going to break this down a little bit here, okay? Right here it says, so we are predicting that our binary companion will be found in an elliptical patch centered around tight ascension, 17 hours, 45 minutes, and declination of 22 degrees. This right here is actually really important right here. Look at this. Estimated arrival Wednesday, December 6, 2023. But this is not for sure because when two magnets are coming together, they actually start to push against each other, so it can absolutely slow down. Okay?
The estimated arrival was Wednesday, December the 6th of 2023. Let me just see out of curiosity. Planets 2022. All right, let's see. Let's do it as 23. And we will put the planets.
Now, I skipped ahead a little bit. He was just kind of going over the planets, and he was kind of guesstimating. And yes, we can all guesstimate, but it's better to kind of get to the punchlines of things. Please take a screenshot and go check this out yourself. That's exactly what I did. But right here, it actually details here, Wormwood, the Horned God, Planet X, the Fiery Red Dragon, Dragon of Old. Chinese are all about the dragon, remember? Okay. Wormwood, mentioned in the Bible, orbits a brown dwarf star, or a red star, okay? It's called Nemesis, which is our binary star, detectable only by infrared telescopes because it's a cool star, and it's far away. Nibiru, or Planet X, circumbinary ninth planet in our solar system, planet of the crossing, 10 times larger than Jupiter, has a blue moon orbiting it the same size as of Neptune. Holy crap. Red Kachina, Planet X, ancient collision of Planet X, former moon split, lower half of Earth. Collision created our current moon and the asteroid belt between Earth and Mars, which used to be called Tiamat. By the way, Planet X collision moved Earth from 2.3 astronomical units to 1 astronomical unit closer. The blue Kachina, Nibiru, is orbiting moon of Planet X, home of Anunnaki. Now, this right here is a release from the United States Naval Observatory. They are aware of this. They know this stuff, folks. This right here kind of goes hand in hand with what I've been talking about with the Anunnaki, and the Bible is a story of the Anunnaki. Atmosphere contains monoatomic spiral gold to reflect incoming infrared radiation from Nibiru and our sun. Spiral gold causes infrared light to reflect blue light back to space. All right, here we go.
That they're very worried about it, but at the same time, when I say they're worried about it, they're not worried about it as being a planet killer, like as they are. I mean, they're very concerned about this comet that's coming through in 2030, 2031. That's not changed. They're anticipating that we could have an impact that would potentially be extinction level event. But as far as just Planet X itself, they're worried about two things. One, I know they're worried about who lives on this thing. That they're very much worried about. Who lives on this planet? The reason being, and I need to see, like, there's one other thing I wanted to share with you as well. Get past all these Putin issues here. I still, by the way, I'm not done with doing my report on Ukraine yet. Just looking, there was one other video. Let's see, I'll have to probably, let me just open up a new frame here. Let's see. In the movie, or at least the television series Star Trek, the Borg, there is a spacecraft imagery. Let me see.
Have I not touched on Star Trek and the Borg cubes? Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I watched the old Star Treks, but never watched new ones. This thing right here is called a cube. I think this was part of Star Trek, called the Borg there. From what I've been hearing, we have been seeing a lot of new type of aliens, and even new types of alien spacecraft, including one very similar to the cube that is in the Star Trek series, where they talk about the Borg is one of the things that was brought to my attention. For our government, the fear is those people that live on this planet X, and as it nears our Earth. Not to mention, we will, though, go through major seismic activities. We will go through.
For those of you who have not seen any of my previous videos, please check out my playlist. I actually have several videos where I cover Borg cubes, where I cover Nemesis, Star Trek connections, Star Wars connections. It's all connected. They tell us things in movies. Please check out my playlists, and you'll get caught up to speed.
Very, very, very strong magnetic pulls as this planet comes by,
causing our poles to flip.
I still have not been given a date, but it is causing me to go back and revisit the memory stick about this binary system, and that date of December of 2023. And also here, Wormwood, the horned god planet X, the fiery red dragon of old, the orbits brown dwarf star called Nemesis, our binary star, detectable only by infrared telescopes far away. Nibiru, planet X, circumbinary ninth planet in our solar system, the planet of the crossing, 10 times larger than Jupiter, has a blue moon orbiting the size of Neptune. The red Kachina, planet X, ancient collision of planet X, former moon, split lower half of the Earth. Collision created our current moon and the asteroid belt between Earth and Mars. Planet X collision moved Earth from 2.3 AU to 1 AU closer. Let me back out so we can see that 2-hour sun. And the blue Kachina Nibiru is orbiting the moon of a planet X, home of Anunnaki. See, notice I can put it on there too. This is the home of the Anunnaki. Atmosphere contains monoatomic spiral gold to reflect incoming.
Stay tuned for part 3, folks. Please make sure you hit that like and share button, and subscribe if you're new. Part 3 coming up shortly. See you then. And remember, eyes open, no fear. Love is the only way forward.